You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips Podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. It's Jeff Bajorek Day. It's Saturday, so here's Jeff.
There's no doubt that someone like you who listens to a podcast like this has heard the data that's been circulating for the past several months by Gartner saying that 33% of buyers want a repless experience. And in that number, among millennials, that number is as high as 44%. And that sounds pretty concerning. And I think it should be concerning. I want you to be careful, though. And there's a tip coming. But I want you to be careful about how you receive the messaging there. And Gartner's a marketing and a sales firm. They're very, very good at planting seeds that could grow into anything, particularly things that help them. So if you're looking for help to do a little bit better marketing, as I am, this is worth paying attention to. I tip my hat to them. But the narrative is going to be about how we need to eliminate reps, or about how there are going to be fewer reps in the field because buyers just don't want them. And I go back to Henry Ford, who's attributed with the quote of, if I asked my customers what they wanted, they'd tell me faster horses. Right? We need to remember that buyers don't know everything they need to know in order to make the decisions they need to make. And just because we ask them what they wanted, that doesn't mean that they know what's on the menu, right? And so what the narrative is going to suggest is that sales is not a profession that you should pursue, and that salespeople are going away and get into marketing, right? Come on. Have we not seen this movie before? Look, the data is real. I'm not disputing the data. What I'm going to challenge is your response to that data. Are you going to fold up like a cheap lawn chair, or are you the kind of person that listens to a show like this, which means that you're the kind of person that wants to be a top performer? Are you going to raise your game? And what this data gives us is some insight into how to make the buyers appreciate salespeople more. Right? I get really fired up when I hear people talking about how reps are not respected and we need to, get rid of bad sales reps. No, we need to encourage sales reps to be a little more empathetic. We need to encourage them to be better listeners. We need to encourage them to do better discovery. We need to encourage them to become experts in their field so they can actually steward some of these decision-making processes and actually smooth out a lot of the wrinkles in the buying process. So think about, this is my challenge for you, this is my tip for you, is think about where your buyers' processes are broken. Think about where you make it hard for people to buy from you. And every company has a sales prevention department. Don't even act like you're immune. But think about the ways that you can smooth out the buying process. Think about the ways you can be a more trusted advisor to your prospects and to your customers, and see if that doesn't change their response. It's funny. I want you to think about this as I get ready to leave, because this is already too long for one of my sales tips. But 33% of the buyers out there want a rep-free experience. That means 1/3 of your customers, probably yours too, wish you weren't involved. How does that make you feel? What are you going to do about it? And can you pick maybe which third of your customers that maybe you should talk to about how you can make their experience better? I hope that sits with you. I hope that fires you up a little bit. I hope you do something about it. And I'll be back next week.
For more from Jeff, including the very important link with all the details around his golf marathon charity fundraiser and all of the greatness you can receive for contributing to that, just click over to dailysales.tips/840 and we'll hook you up. Once you've been over there and clicked to learn how to contribute, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.